Dallas-Fort Worth area. The roof is open, and it is time for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Smith being chased out left. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Donovan Izaraku drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4
play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Pushing his way through. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 25-yard line.
Prescott. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Prescott from the gun. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. 7 yards there, the first down screen play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Flush to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now it's Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there.
Now 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Prescott now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down, Las Vegas.
Geno down to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
Quick throw there is incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there.
And it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go, 46, 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Prescott to throw it.
And the find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Smith. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Geno. Rolling to his right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Blue trying the right side. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders 32. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Play action now. Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back to throw, Smith. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
The run straight ahead with Genty. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for it with Genty. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? Hey, 47. 46.
Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 46. 46. Here we go. 46. 46.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Genty. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing is Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Smith's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Smith to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal. Smith rolling to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Las Vegas.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott.
Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here's Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone.